guys. Hey butterfly. Hey. Hey girl. Hey guys. Hey butterfly. Hey girls. Hey guys. Hey butterfly. Hey, how are you? Me? I'm well. If you're just now joining us, my name is Amber, and on this platform we talk about everything ASMR. We have been starting a new series. Well, I started a new series that I brought to you guys called Crash Out Session. It's actually well, it's like a play on words, you know what I mean? So you know how you like crashing out because life is taking a toll on you? Well, instead of doing that, we find a place, we chill out, and we crash out, okay? I will be going to different state parks um, and introducing y'all to a vibe, you know what I mean? Today, we're at Kent State Park. It is in Connecticut. We're in Kent State Park. And I am here at the waterfalls. Any place there's water, nature, so I can ground myself, that's where I'll be at this summer. Take a look at the scenery and what's going on. Listen to the sounds of the waterfall. Now don't mind my nails. This one literally just fell off. Well, I had to take it off about an hour ago because it was hurting. And then this one is the final end result from that one nail that broke, that silver set, that chrome silver set, and then I got these, the brown and white polka dot set, and it's just, that's another thing that I want to crash out about. I do want to catch y'all up on that one as well, because Atlanta trip was such that was something serious. But um, I would start off with, I went down to Atlanta and no, you're fine. They're splashing water over here. And it's actually welcome because it's a little bit warm. I think it's a high of 82 today. But I have my camera out here, so no. And I just bought a new camera. Ah, guys, I'm so excited to share with y'all. I bought a new iPad for my business and to um, bring y'all more videos, you know? Back of my shirt. I want to see back of my shirt. Okay, so back to Atlanta. I'm so proud of myself. I could pat myself on the back. What do you want me to do? Sit down, because it's by my camera. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I bought a new iPad for my business. I think I already allowed you to know that. I think I was on the part where I was catching y'all up on Atlanta. So I just recently came back from Atlanta. It's probably been like a week. Today's Sunday. I'm filming this a little bit early for you guys because I usually post on Thursdays. But how I try to do it is film and then post that same day. And it just seems to be getting a little bit overwhelming with my schedule. So I decided to do it early for you guys. Look at just that beautiful waterfall. Just like listen to it. So I ended up going back to Atlanta to, shall I say, finalize, shut down, whatever word that you want to put on it. But to go get the rest of me and my child's things and moving back up to New York. So I officially stay in New York now. All my things are together. I feel one. I feel whole. And anybody that has moved states and had other things, other places like storages all over the place, y'all just know that y'all don't feel whole. Y'all don't feel complete. And so to have all of your belongings in one area where you can look at them, admire them, play with them, whatever it shall be, it's a whole nother sense of completion. And I'm very proud of myself that I did that trip. So I flew down there after missing my flight 2 weeks before. So I had to rebook my flight because I missed my original flight. So I gave myself 2 weeks, and I said after 2 weeks, I'm not gonna do any more excuses. I'm just gonna go down there and get it done. So 2 weeks came. I flew. Everything went well. No problems with the flight at all. Actually managed to get on, so we're happy about that. And I got down to Atlanta. I got my rental car. There was a little hiccup with that because I was so stressed out because I didn't know if we was gonna have rental cars. Honestly, the night before I was supposed to take off, they called me at like 5, 6 o'clock saying, "Well, I know that you have a reservation. I know they said that we was gonna have cars. However, we don't have cars." And I said, well, what am I gonna do? I got my butt on that flight, and I was gonna figure it out when I got down there. I ended up calling 3 other rental companies, and they were all saying that they were full. Well, they didn't have any cars for the reservations that were coming in. I'm guessing because it was Father's Day weekend. I'm not entirely sure, but I couldn't chance that no more. I could not go get my things if you understand. You know what I mean. Couldn't go get my things. That wasn't an option. But when I got off my flight and I just walked up to the Hertz counter, I was just like, look, let me see what they about to do. He was so nice. So thank you to the man that was at the Hertz counter in Atlanta. Oh my God, you were amazing. He has such great customer service, such a big bright smile. And I noticed this smile because y'all know my business, Ivory, deals with teeth whitening, teeth gems, as well as mobile body piercing. So yeah, I ended up giving him a card and parlaying with him a little bit, and he was just so kind. He got me in a car, so that went without a hitch. I thought that we were gonna keep that same momentum throughout the trip. No, not at all. So that Friday night, I ended up no, I landed on Thursday, and it was my nephew's 7th birthday party. I ended up spending time with him and my family and my sisters, and just celebrating his birthday, which was really well. I ended up going out that same night. Later on, like midnight, we ended up coming back to the house. I stayed at one of my best friend's house. We ended up coming back to her house, come to find out her car got stolen. Okay, it was minding its own business in her own driveway, and they stole her car. Broke my heart because what? I was not expecting that. So we was crashing out about that a little bit. Like, dang, she had the title in the car and everything. So I just felt her when she was just felt defeated a little bit. You know how like life come at you real fast? That's exactly what was happening. So I was a little bit my anxiety was high, as you could tell, because who's expecting somebody to steal their car in front of their house? I'm not. Pushing on with the day. Friday, I go out there, and it is this program that allows you to get funding for schools, right? And this is part of my like real crash out session because this is currently going on to this day. I mapped out time. I knew that I was going to spend at least 3 hours at this location. I talked to everybody that I need to talk to. I said everything that I need to send. And the day that I actually got back, so I got back Tuesday. I ended up driving a 14-hour trip back by myself. Okay, pat on the back. The day that I got back, No, excuse me, the next day. So I got back on that Tuesday night. So Wednesday morning, they were emailing me saying they were missing certain information for my funding for school to go through, which really makes me want to crash out because I spent 3 hours of my time there after they kept trying to like push me away. You know, like, oh, you can fill this information out at home. You can fill it out at home. You can fill the application out at home. No, 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 no. I'm here. I've used the gas. I've used the energy. I've used the time. I'm here to fill it out. They kept trying to do that to me. And I was like, no, I would really appreciate it if we just get everything done here. Okay, cool. Chopping up with the lady. They emailed me on some Wednesday saying, we're missing your address, like proof of address, so they need a utility bill or whatever of that nature, which I'm totally pissed about because the guy there, one of the guys there was saying, hey, does your address on your ID match, where you live? And I'm like, yeah. He said, oh, don't worry about a utility bill. That is your proof of address right there. I'm like, are you sure? Mind you, anybody that knows me knows that I asked that man, are you sure? He said, yeah, you're fine. You're good to go. I said, okay, cool. And then I left. And then come Wednesday, that was one of the paperwork that they were looking for. So, yeah, I wanted to crash out about that because why did I just waste my time? They also asked me about another thing. I can't think of it off the top of my head. And thankfully, because this is exactly what the sun is doing to me, this is what nature's doing to me. It's helping me just forget all of this nonsense and restoring my energy so I can actually tackle it. But going back a little bit, it was something else that they asked me for there as well that I know I made sure to say, do you need anything else? They said I was fine. I left that building. Didn't want to deal with it again until I had to figure out my choice of school. You see what I'm saying? The next step should have been figuring out what school that I wanted to attend and getting admissions to that. Now I'm going back to something I've already dealt with for 3 hours. I literally stayed at that building for 3 hours. I counted. Yeah, I was looking at the time. So I knew it was 3 hours. But I'm going to get it done. I just put it to the side because I was utterly disgusted with the process because I know that I did it. You know what I mean? Crashing out. These are the things that people don't see behind the scenes that when you're dealing with people and you asking the certain questions and you're doing your due diligence to make sure that you're on top of your stuff and somebody else don't fall through, yeah, makes you want to crash out. Speaking of, let me not forget this point because I talked to the lady in depth. Her name was Miss Clark at the building in Atlanta. Talked to her in depth. She wanted to kiki with me about all these business opportunities and schooling and funding or whatnot. But one of my requirements was that I had to have my resume searchable for, of course, employees, or it would mess up me on the back end. I asked her, she said, hey, is your resume searchable? I said, I'm not sure, but we can get it done. She said, email me your resume. I will make sure that I do whatever is needed to put the resume so it's searchable. Someone just told me to go look just the other day. Honestly, like, I went to go look Thursday. Yeah. Someone told me to go look on Thursday. Not searchable. Nothing was ready. So if I did not catch that, thank God, my money would have been messed up. Yeah, these is things that make you want to crash out because why would you tell me you were going to do it? One, and not do it. Two, why you're not doing your job because that's exactly what you're there for. And three, you're wasting my time, okay? You're wasting my energy at this point, and you're really going to put me in a bad position. You're going to put me and my family in a bad position. And when I come back and I say, hey, what happened? All you're going to say is, oops, yeah, crashing out. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know if y'all can see him. He's probably not in the camera, but that little baby is down. No, that's a little white girl. That's not him. Hold on. That one right there. I don't think y'all can see him. But anyway, I don't want to make this video too long about crashing out. I just want to catch y'all up, as I've been saying. I was able to get back to. Oh, sorry. So that happened Friday morning. So I left that place around 3 p.m. And then I went and hit up with my sister. We went on about our life. We had a good time. Later on that night, we go out. I had a ball. Come to find out, everybody, including all my friends, we get it. You know, we're about to leave. Hey guys, y'all take care. You know, blah blah blah. You know, your everything that y'all supposed to do. Tell me why one of my good friends got hit by a car that night. I think he's gotten released out the hospital thus far. He had a punctured lung. His leg was broke. His arm was broke, and two broken ribs is what he is recovering from. Because some drunk person, which has not been found just yet, but believe me, it won't be long before we find you. Some drunk person actually hit him, physically hit his body as he was getting out of his Uber. And that really made me want to crash out, because not only was we minding our own black business and being responsible and having a good time, somebody drunk, and I'm assuming, because I don't know who in their right mind is just knocking folks out, you know, with cars. But we are in Atlanta and we are in 2025. So there's a lot to unpack there as well. But yeah, they hit my friend, and that had me in a tizzy, okay? I was breaking down crying. Like, I was a mess. I was a hot mess. So, anyway, yeah, I was more than upset, rightfully so. Um, Praying for my friend, making sure that he had like a smooth recovery. Surgeries went well. All praises to God. But that person, yeah, yeah. Speaking of businesses, of course, transition, but speaking of businesses, I also told you I run my business, Ivory. I have been not on the fence. I have been cautious with this business, and every decision that I have made for it, and been praying and been walking with God the whole entire way. But I can't explain it. I don't know exactly what to do with this business, Ivory, and so I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to keep it or I'm going to run with it for the next 10 years. You see how one side of the spectrum to the other, are we going to officially shut this down? Are we running with it for the next 10 years? And if I run with it, I have asked God, and I do have a deadline that I will not share with y'all right now, but I did ask God to kind of show me ways and things that I need to do. But I'm in a bind because I have two other businesses that I am trying to not only invest my money in, but invest my time in as well. And it's going to take me to actually just slow down and figure out which direction I want to go in, as well as to stop being scary. Okay, these are big, big things that I am walking into, and it is scaring me hopeless, shall I say. And I guess that's good. I guess that's good because if it is too small, then it means, what they say, if it doesn't scare, cap. You know the saying, if it doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. So I am in between these three business ideas. One of them, I'm gonna be partnering with my sister if it if we decide to do it. We have a lot of underlying things that would cause us to go in a different direction. Now, I am very excited to partner with my sister. However, if not, that means that I have to go in a different direction with either Ivory or this other business opportunity, which my head is all over the place, which like everything without you knowing, of course, you don't know what's going on in people's lives, and that's why I'm catching all up. But without you knowing, these are the things that sit on my head and trigger me and make me think as a businesswoman, like, first of all, your customer service, or you not doing your job, or the fact that I gotta go behind you and have my own back, or X, Y, and Z. These are the things that make me crash out. Because y'all are really like, y'all are trying to steal my time and my energy, which is not fair because I've already given it to y'all. I don't know if I'm making sense or I'm just rambling. I hope that I am making sense, because these are the things that make me want to crash out. I really don't want to do that. I just really want to be on the phone and say da 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 da, and you go da 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 da, and then I go da 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 da, and then we say have a good day. I'm on it da 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 da. Yeah, none of that happened. Girls in the back of mine. All right, I'm almost done. So yeah, but going on my head as far as crashing out, but then I look back here, ever so slightly, and I just look at the way God has made this earth, even though it's so ghetto, you know what I mean? And just how nature can just be so healing and such a vibe, and it just makes me relax and calm and say, okay, well, what's the next steps for the day? You know, this video has gotten a little bit long. It's probably gonna be a little bit longer than the rest of my videos. Um, so I am gonna start wrapping this video up because I do want to enjoy this waterfall in all its glory. But before I leave here today, I will say this. With all of the inconveniences, big or small, that we encounter, um, just remember that life goes on. Remember to pick your battles wisely, as well as enjoy the beautiful things, okay? Because you can't come on here and then crash out. Well, I'm speaking to myself, of course. I can't come on here and crash out about everything that's going on in my life without taking note of everything beautiful that is happening in my life, okay? Things can be happening at the same time. So I'm gonna give y'all a tour of Kent State Park. I want to get y'all the beautiful scenery, the beautiful water, and I want to hope that y'all come back for another video. Until next time, butterflies. Bye.
the straight path they were talking about?
Look how pretty the tree is.
Which one?
This one right in front of us.
Right there? Dad's walking right to it.
I'm in the middle. Did we do it?
I'm gonna record right here.
Be careful. I'm gonna walk past y'all. Be careful, Bubba. Be careful.
Wait.
I made it.
Can I go for the water? Sure. Here. Mom, I just saw a butterfly. Look at the butterfly, Mom. But then I saw this.